believe him to be the purest lyrical poet in the English-speaking world.
Your man has a reputation for roaring behavior that brought wives, mothers, and the London police running.
How do you propose to handle it?
I'll improvise.
It's been a century since his birth, but his presence persists. Drinker, womanizer, and general hellraiser, Dylan Thomas was not your typical poet. In Set Fire to the Stars, Thomas, played by Kellen Jones, makes an eventful trip to New York in the 1950s.
People say the rock star poet, but I think the people's poet. Whether it's somebody at a bar who's sort of, you know, may not have said anything to anyone in the last couple of weeks, but when he sits next to Dylan Thomas, he opens up about his life. A Hudson Docker that you might sort of neglect as one thing has this sort of wonderful poetry inside. In a 50s waitress has, you know, an unrequited love inside her, and so I think it's all there.
On his visit, he's hosted by a young academic who learns that you should never work with your heroes. Elijah Wood, who plays the role, told us he's had no such struggles in his own career.
No.
Anyone tricky?
I must say I've been relatively lucky to have worked with a lot of incredible people from when I was very young, but I never had a terrible experience where I had high expectations of someone and then they were sort of, those expectations were dashed on the rocks.
A challenge actors are facing, he said, was the battle for online safety.
It's been an issue for a while. I think we're seeing it reach kind of boiling points now. There's a disconnect between the morality that we hold ourselves to, or the standards that we hold ourselves to in person when we deal with one another. You know, there are things that people would say to each other online that they wouldn't necessarily say in person, and I think that needs to be examined. You know, the internet's not going anywhere. We're increasingly connected, and therefore the ability to lose our privacy is only going to continue.
You get a feeling Dylan Thomas might have been a target for online trolls, but would also have found the words to confront them. Jack Leather, 5 News.
Now it's a halfway house for a dollar-mad nightingale.